Hello everyone, Rich Whitehead here, and I am pleased to introduce you to Mr. Tim Henderson. He is in charge of Frontier Waste Solutions, which is our new contractor for garbage and bulk and brush. And we're excited that we have you, and welcome to the City of Helotes.
Glad to be here.
We have a new contract that is going to take effect March 1st, and some of you have heard about it, some of you have been questioning about it. And here's how this happened. Our former bid went to C6. C6 was bought out by Republic. We had some service issues, and they were looking for a raise that we didn't feel was quite warranted. That gave them an option to cancel their contract, which they exercised, and then I utilized an available tool to me in the law to be able to negotiate a contract, which we did with Frontier.
Yes.
And today we're going to talk about some of the great aspects about this contract and get you prepared for their takeover on March 1st. So welcome, Tim.
Thank you.
One of the things that's going to be happening right quick is we're going to get new garbage cans. These new garbage cans, the brown lid ones, will be coming around. When are you going to start picking those up?
So we're going to start picking up the brown lid containers, the ones that you use for trash, on the week of February the 19th.
Okay, February 19th. So you'll get a new garbage can, although Republic will still utilize that for the rest of the month of February. And then our green lids recycle bins will actually keep, but you're going to put a sticker on the side of that showing Frontier?
That's correct. Each recycle bin will be rebranded with a Frontier Waste logo and phone numbers on both sides of the carts.
Okay, this will happen so we don't, those are relatively brand new and we don't want to fill up a landfill unnecessarily, but at the end of their life cycle they will be replaced with new ones once they reach their end of service date. All right, we have several key changes and some things that will stay the same. For example, if you are getting your garbage and your recycles on a Tuesday-Friday schedule, you will stay on a Tuesday-Friday schedule. Some people are on a Monday-Thursday schedule, and that will stay the same.
That's correct.
There are a few houses that got put on a Wednesday-Saturday schedule, and we're looking to get those readjusted back to their normal schedules. But put your garbage out. If for some reason during the first couple weeks it gets picked up a day late, bear with us as we make this transition, but you should be on the same schedule that you're currently at. One of the greatest changes to this new contract is actually in how we're doing our bulk and our brush pickup. You no longer have to call in to schedule for bulk and brush pickup. And we are only going to do it every other month. So the very first month, we're going to be very clear in explaining this. April, on the even months, April, June, August, October, December, January. If the month is an even month, this is the month for brush and bulk pickup. So your job, all you have to do is get your brush and your bulk. So cut your limbs, put them in a pile. You got a washer machine that you replaced, stick that out there, a couch that goes, please keep these piles separate. Brush on one side, bulk on the other side of your driveway somehow so that they can come by with a claw and pick up the brush and put it in the truck, come back later, get the bulk. All you have to do is make sure your stuff is out by 7 o'clock in the morning on the first of each of those months. They will come start with one side of the city and work their way through to the other side of the city. We have basically a 2-week window in which they'll come and pick up all the brush and all the bulk throughout the city. All you have to do is make sure it's out there by the 1st. Now, if they come through your community and you get your brush out on the 7th and they happen to come through on the 8th, well, you're in luck. However, you don't know. They might be in your community on the 1st of the month. And if they come through your community and you stick your brush out on the 2nd, it's not going to get picked up. 1st of the month by 7 a.m.
That's correct.
All right. And I understand that you're going to be taking our brush to a local facility.
We are. So all the brush should be taken to a local facility here, Burning Bush, and it'll be recycled.
Excellent.
Versus going in the landfill.
So we're talking about making all the wood chips and et cetera that can be utilized from
right.
Excellent.
That's why we want the piles to be separate, so we don't commingle them and contaminate the brush loads with bulky items.
Excellent. And of course, you'll take the bulk and they'll take that out to the landfills, et cetera, the proper recycling places for various items.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Excellent. Excellent. Good news. We are still having our waste removal program. They will continue to add $1.20 on the bill. That is a pass-through. They collect it and then they give it to the city. The city uses that money to set up for a hazardous materials So we're talking about not nuclear waste, we're talking about your paints and your oils, and that will be all collected and separated. And we're looking to possibly do 2 of those a year, spring and fall, and we will be publishing those dates coming up shortly. Residential price is basically the same as what it was going to be this year per the previous contract. There is some adjustments on price due to inflation, but we have some lower prices for our commercial clients and for the roll-offs. So why don't you describe some of the additional, we obviously have bulk containers for our commercial clients that are the dumpsters, but what are some of the services that a resident can also get from?
Okay, well, a resident can, if you have a cleanup or a big remodel or something like that, you need a roll-off container. We have roll-off containers that range anywhere from 10 cubic yards all the way up to a 40 cubic yard container. And so all they have to do is just call Frontier Waste and we'll get a bin right out here to them, get them scheduled. One
of the questions that's come up often is how come we are forced to buy our dumpsters or rent our dumpsters from Frontier? It's the same as what it was with Republic, it's the same as what it was with C6. On a municipal contract, they give, basically everybody gets the benefit of bulk pricing, and for that trade-off is that any garbage disposal services have to be purchased through Frontier. So if you are doing a remodeling, you do have to reach out and call Frontier. Do let them know that you're a resident of Helotes and you get the special Helotes pricing, which is at a discount and actually at a significant discount to what it is currently under Republic. So we're looking forward to that.
Yes, that's correct. And another nice thing about just having one vendor in town is you just have one company running through the streets on a daily basis. We're bonded, we're insured, all of our drivers have been screened for the DOT qualification. So you know that the Frontier drivers that are coming through town are top quality drivers and they've been screened, drug screened, everything. So they're a good crew.
Excellent. I understand you also have some technology in your trucks as far as mapping to show where your trucks have been. So sometimes you call in and you say, hey, they didn't pick up my garbage. Well, we'll actually have a detailed GPS map that shows when they came by your house.
That's right. So every truck has a GPS in it, and we can go back later if somebody says, hey, my trash didn't get picked up today. We can just go right in our dispatch and follow that bread trail that truck created that day, and it'll show us exactly where they've been. And we can actually drill down and see exactly what time they were by a particular address in the day. So it's really, really good technology.
Excellent, excellent. Which, speaking of bread trails, sometimes are oil trails on older trucks.
Yes.
One of the great things about Frontier is they have new equipment, and part of our contract is that they keep new equipment. So we won't have dilapidated trucks that are leaving oil spills. Now that being said, it is commercial equipment. Every once in a while, an oil line breaks. If you see that, please give us a call. Usually they really recognize it and they actually send out their crews, immediately pick it up. But if for some reason these things happen, they got cleanup crews and they come up and pick up, God forbid anything drops out of their truck. They're very good about picking that up and have an excellent track history with all the communities you work with. Right. Tell us a little bit, you are mostly in the state of Texas?
We are. Well, we're just in the state of Texas. We've got 16 locations throughout the state, and we just pride ourselves on doing what we say we're going to do and for giving good service. We try to make it easy and make it simple for everybody to do business with us. So.
Well, I got to tell you, it's been a joy working with them so far. Each of their, from the top of the company all the way down to our local regional manager, as well as the on-site supervisor. I've met with each one of them, and they are integrated with our public works department. So they're working with Corey and Justin to develop the routes to pick up your garbage. And we anticipate a great relationship. We do understand that transition can be difficult. We understand for the people of Helotes, it was a challenge going from C6 to Republic. Of course, that was thrust upon us by C6 selling their company. At this point, this will be a negotiated contract, and we look forward to working with you. This is not saying anything bad about Republic. They bought a company with a contract that was construed a little bit different than the way they normally do business. and they've opted to part ways, and that's fine. But we are very much looking forward to a prosperous relationship with you. Tim, it was a pleasure having you here.
We're happy to be here. Yes.
And again, if you have any questions, please stay tuned. We will have additional updates on videos, on our website, on our app, on our social media, on LinkedIn, on our YouTube page, Facebook, Instagram. We continually find ways to be connected to you. If you have questions, please reach out to us or send us an email, but hopefully everything will go seamlessly and people will just not even realize there's been a change.
One thing we forgot to mention is Frontier, we have our own waste app. So you just go on and download the Frontier Waste app. And if you turn your notifications on, it'll remind you the night before to put your trash out.
Excellent.
It'll also let you know when your bulk and brush days are.
Excellent.
So it'll give you reminders on those days.
One final note, and this has to do with billing. So many of you called in and said, hey, wait a second, my bill, there was a credit. Why was there a credit on Republic? That was because they normally bill quarterly, but they are only operating January and February. So you got a credit on your last bill for the month of March. This first bill from Frontier will actually be for 4 months, for the March plus the next quarter. And then the following bills will only be for 3 months to get it back on track for normal quarter operations so we can keep with the fiscal year. So it may seem like an artificially high bill, but it is that, artificially high because of the 1 month that you got a credit for on Republic because of when this contract takes place. Hopefully that settles most of your questions. I know there may be a few. If you have any additional questions, please reach out and we'll get you an answer. But other than that, thank you, Tim, again for coming and appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Let's give that phone number one more time so we get out actually for the first time. The phone number that people can call if there's a question or an issue will be 210-807-8555. This will be the number that will be on the sides of the cans. Yes. And
it'll be on all the carts, all the dumpsters, and all the trucks.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yep.